Okay, now that we're back and we have applied and it has dried, as you can see, this is how it looks. It's more of a matte finish. We're gonna move right along and get through this video. It's like I told y'all, it takes me a bit. Now I'm starting to use a highlighter slash bronzer to start finishing off my foundation and have it to have a more natural look. I'm using is illuminator, flat out, and this is NYX Born to Glow liquid illuminator. So I usually apply that here on the high cheekbones, and I make sure I have a nice amount here. Because when I put my finishing powder, I want it to have a nice glow. And just put that on. You don't want to brush it too much into the skin, because once you put it, the setting powder on top, you want to see the glow. You're going to want to see it. Also, I take some in place here on the tip of my nose. And here on my chin, the ball of my chin. If you need to apply more, do so. And of course, across my forehead. Let's see, once we put those in. So, we're going to go into the other half of this. After my illuminator is on and it's set, I start contouring my face a little more. Even though I contour my face underneath the second layer of foundation, I also contour on the finishing, the last application of foundation. So I also put that in. This is Maybelline New York Master Contour. So this is the brown, but I used the MAC, remember, for contouring with the brown. I will go over that again with this. This is the blush. This is the highlighter. This blush I rarely use. I'm going to use it today, but I have something else that I use for blush. But I'm going to combination of 3 with using this as well. So let's get started with that. Where is my little contour brush? So here is my little contour brush. That's my little contour brush. And because it has an angle, it goes exactly where and how I want it. And you're probably like, why are you contouring on your last application of foundation? But remember I told you I had a setting powder. Let's not forget that. And then always have next to you, this is what I use. I use this Neutrogena, these makeup remover cloths. I just use this if I know I'm going to use the same brush for doing several applications. I just take it because it's not light. It doesn't really wet the brush like that. It just basically wipes the makeup off. As long as you're not, you know, doing it and using it real heavy. Now, this has dried some, so you just take and just brush your highlighter across, dab it across the top, brush it. I'm a dab it, but you can do how you please for your one. And this, like I said, when I do my highlights, I like it to highlight, give it that finishing look. Once I put my my last setting powder on, this wasn't really dry completely because I see some of it in my highlighter. So make sure it's dry. And you take this highlighter, bring it right down the middle. This is that. I did too. Did it there, across, bottom, and of course across the top. Okay. Next thing is the blush. I told you I was gonna do the 3-part. So we're gonna put that there, the rose. And it should go, usually people do that, but I've been doing makeup so long I know exactly where it goes. I don't have to do that. And then it's almost like I sculpt my own face too, so I don't do that. Then I have, I'm done with that. I have, wipe my brush off again slightly. I have another, I use, this is eyeshadow. It is by, I don't know these people. I had got a sample. And this sample, it is called Instain. But it's by the Balm Cosmetics. Balm, B-A-L-M. This is it. Now, but actually, let me show you the inside. That is who it's by right here. And you can get that on the balmcosmetics.com. And I'm going to show you why. This is the same one. It's just a different color, different kind. They come with little things on the, it's a Meet Matte Timothy. And then it has on the front, merge material. I was like, these ain't geeking. But, I'm going to show you why. Because as I'm contouring, I'm using blush. Watch this. Watch how. Woo! Yes. Yes. This is why I use this. That's exactly why. Yes. See, this is still a little wet. See, that came on, it just glide on beautifully because it was dry. This a little wet, it's going to give me a little bit of problems. Which means I'm going to have to buffer that out there. You can see how dark is sticking in one corner. We want it dark, but it's supposed to be brushed out dark. Man, there we go. Same goes here. Want it dark, but brushed out dark. And you want it to kind of have an even tone, the same look on both sides. So that's why I had to come back over here, because I knew that was going to become a little darker. How it looks, it's going to become a little darker. But we're going to go over it again with this one here, because this is a lot lighter. This is more of a, they call it pinstripe. Is this color here. Pinstripe is this color. And that kind of brings it back down so it can give it a dark rosy color. That's the reason for that. Even though it's dark, give it a dark rosy color because of the blush that you put at the bottom and the blush that you put at the top. And then I was like, well, why couldn't you just buy a blush that color? I could never find a perfect blush, so I made my own. That's why. Some might disagree with how I put it on and stuff. Okay, well, hey, what works for me, works for me. Once again, find out what works for you, because everybody's face is shaped differently, and it might not. I put stuff here sometimes because, like I said, I like to have my face, and it almost look younger already. The way I'm looking in the mirror, at it. You know, and it's only because of the way that I contour my face. You know, you look like, I tell them my age, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I tell them my age, and they, really, you that age? I wouldn't even have thought you was that. I know you wouldn't have. And keep, because, like I said, and I'll say again, the way you contour your face, it can make you either look younger or older. You know, it's up to you. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting. Nope, I'm not forgetting anything. Whoops, I dropped that. I'm back. So now we're gonna put on our setting powder because we done cleared that. And I'm using my setting powder by L'Oreal. It's really like, even though it's a 16-hour powder, I would say it's a matte finish. So I call it setting. It's a finish powder, matte finish powder, not a setting powder. Matte finish powder comes with a little mirror in the bag. I just love this little thing. I'll take it wherever I go. It's just like, this is what I touch up with. And so I'm getting ready to apply that now on top of. And you will begin to see why I did what I did. And like I said, this side was still wet, so I gotta work with this a little bit. But and that happens because when I first started working with my face and trying to get it right, don't ever wipe this way. That was wrong. Always wipe away. Don't swipe down. You know. You always taught, even because I was used to do Mary Kay, and that's how they taught you to wipe away. Never wipe towards. Now in here, you can wipe towards. I don't like doing that because see that happens. So that theory wasn't true for me. So I don't follow their theory on that. I wipe outwards. It all depends on your eyes. See which way you wipe that it works. You know. It didn't work well with me wiping and it almost make me look older and crinkled up my skin. I didn't like that. See, there I go again. I didn't agree with that part. With wiping inward on my eyes. I didn't agree with that at all. And I'm doing it hard. I don't know why I'm doing it hard like that, but you ain't gotta do that hard with this satin powder. I'm just heavy-handed. You ain't gotta do that. And I have to sometimes remember myself, stop wiping so hard. What are you wiping so hard for? And y'all about to see. I don't know what's going on with my nose. Like, I ain't calling that one another cold. I just got rid of a cold. I'm not trying to hear that. Because I was been supposed to do this tutorial, but I came down with a cold, so I didn't do it. And now, let me find out. It's probably because I ain't getting no sleep. I'm up all day long. And make sure you blend your top right. You don't want nobody to be able to see your highlight lines going across your forehead. So make sure you blend them, because see what'll happen. They're gonna that is supposed to blend all over. And that's the same way with the rest of your highlighters. That's supposed to go across your cheek. Even though you put it in one spot, it's supposed to highlight across, okay? And as you can see already, it begins to start looking a little natural because of how you applied it. You do not look, like you have ton of foundation on, but it gives you that full coverage look. And that's what we were ultimately after the entire time, to have a full coverage look without looking like a canvas picture. And there's more, because we're not quite done. We're almost done, but we're not quite. And I'm just going to do the foundation part. And I'll let you guys see that. And then you can, I think I'm going to say part 2 for makeup and brows. That's what I'll do. Here I go again, guys. This ain't working in my favor. I hate this little sponge, but it applies it evenly is why I'm doing it. And I'm really tired, guys. So bear with me. Like I said, it's my first video. So I ask you guys to bear with me. Don't do this with earrings on. I don't know why I have them on. That's because I'm tired. I never do makeup with earrings on. I never ever. And so, them T-zones is covered as I stated. Everything is pretty much covered. The only thing I left out and I didn't cover was here, my eyes, because I wanted to have a more depth. And you're gonna see what I mean, because I used to apply it a lot, and I did it on another picture, and I did it because I wanted to see the difference. The difference was when I put foundation on my eyelids when I'm doing makeup, it didn't give me that depth look or that vibrant look from my shadows when I applied it versus when I didn't apply it. When I don't, it's where my makeup is popping. If you're going to be able to tell which ones I did that with and which ones I didn't, because you can really see the makeup like it's just popping. And then other ones is you can vaguely see it, like you can really vaguely see it. So you'll see some is more popping than others. That's because I had the foundation on. Matter of fact, the one that I posted on Friday, I had foundation on. So, and it was alright, but it wasn't popping versus the rest of them. So, and if you want to go back and look at the pictures, and you can tell that versus the rest of them didn't look right. So, never will I do that again. So, moving on. Now we're going to use the Butter Blush. Butter Blush, it just gives you that natural rosy glow. Excuse me. I hope you didn't see that. It just gives you that rosy type of glow. And I'm using my fan brush for that. And this is where, towards the end, I use my fan brush and I go gently across my high cheekbone. I just rub it back and forth. Back and forth. Just rub it. Just caress it. Contour it so it can fit your face. Then move in a circular motion. Getting that high cheekbone as glowy and rosy as you can. Yeah. That's what this is for. Yeah. Bam. And it ain't hard to get that effect, because you have to remember you have used your other highlighters and things underneath your foundation and stuff before you started, so it was real easy to get that effect that you wanted. And just make sure you're getting it all. Okay. And then make sure you get your you just want a Invisalign going straight. You don't want too much. You just want a Invisalign. You want to cross your nose. You want under here. You just want a rosy little glow. And you want across your forehead. You just want a rosy little glow. You don't want to single out nothing. You just want a rosy little glow. Across here. Your dry lines. Across there. There we go. And last but not least, with everything, is your bronzer. Bronzer. And then that's it. After your bronzer, and I'm going to tell you a little technique, because like my aunt and everybody say, when you have matte, because this is a matte, so once you do, this is bronzer, this is by CoverGirl too. This is Bronze Glow ABP03. So just so y'all know that. So I just gently, with my bronzer, I just gently go across my whole face. I don't have no particular way of adding my bronzer. I just go across my whole entire face with it and just give it a nice finish and a nice glow. And I'll go down my neck. That's one of the things I will use to go down my neck. This is my bronzer. The rest, I don't. And you go across your cheek and up around your eyes and across the bottom of your cheek. Give you sort of like that goddess look. That's what I like about the bronzer. The bronzer give you like that goddess look, and I love it. So that is it, guys. Like, we done got through this thing, and I know it probably took a minute, but this is the end result for applying. And you want to apply your foundation, a natural looking foundation. It's not hard. It'll be part 2. Part 2 will be applying freehand makeup, because they do smoky eyes, this, that. All of my makeup is freehand. So that's one thing about Makeup Fetish over here. If you do smoky eyes, fine. If you, whatever you like to do, that's fine. I've seen girls do sunsets and all, and they are beautiful. And I'm quite sure I did every last one, but I don't name them because I freehand. So, and I don't be knowing what all of them are. I just love makeup, and I love the artwork behind it, and that's why this is Makeup Fetish, because we're in love with just makeup, period. And the fact that you can freehand, if you know it, fine. If you don't, you don't get. This is a judge-free zone over here. This is where you get to learn to makeup, do your makeup. We're gonna try to make this interactive, where I want to do a panel where we all are in front of the mirror and we're chit-chatting and doing our makeup. This is, you know, even guys, I don't care who. Come on over. Let's chat. There's things going on in life. It's stuff going. This is our corner. Hey, let's do this thing. And I thank you. God bless. Don't stress. There's always another day. And I love you all here. Take care and be safe. Happy holidays, guys. Till next time.